guys! So welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna talk to you about the book that I've read this summer. So we're gonna start with two books that are actually my reread ones. Those two books are from the author Juliette Benzoni. I've read them in French and they are basically following one lady whose name is Charlotte, and she is living in a 16... The book starts when she's 16 and I think it ends when she's about 25 or something like that. And there is a lot of plotting and how people live at court, and there is also somehow a little bit of a mystery going on with some people that are missing, and she's also someone who is in between a lot of plot with the majesties, the queen and the king. And so this one is really one of my favorite. I reread it a lot. I think it's my 5th time rereading it, and it never misses. I think I'm always addicted to it. There is a lot of rhythm, a lot of action, and there is also a bit of romance, so this book is everything to me. I'm gonna link down below if you want to buy any books. And also, like I think on the page I'll write down something about the author, the gender, and the number of pages I've read, because that was quite a lot of pages. Bear with me, because talking in English like that for so long, it's been a while and I'm not... Speaking to the camera takes practice, and speaking in another language that is not my mother language is a lot more challenging than I expected, but it's gonna be okay. So the 3 other books that I read this summer are actually English ones. So the first one is Weather Girls. So I don't know if you could see, actually the cover from the other ones were completely blank, so there is no need to see it, but this one is really pretty. Like I can't make it focus, but so this book, as I was saying, is talking about Ari Abrams. She's a TV meteorologist and she's actually facing a lot of difficulty at her workplace with a boss, 2 bosses actually. And so there is a lot of plotting again in this one, but at work with her co-worker, and there's gonna be a lot of romance in between actually 4 characters of the books, and you're gonna follow the whole romance of those 4 characters, including Ari, and the way also she navigates her depression, because there is a lot of talks about that subject. So if you're not comfortable with this, you need to be aware of that before buying this book. And the author actually really wrote a small part at the beginning of the books. It makes like 3 or 2 pages, and to warn people against this not against, but to tell them that if they don't want to read anything talking about depression, they need to be aware that there is a lot of that in this book, because the character is actually living with depression. So I really loved this book. I took a lot of time to read it, I think a month and a half, but it was really charming, really cool and cozy and comfy. I don't know if I will I don't know if I'm gonna reread it, but it was really light, and I loved the way the romance were described and everything. So yeah, to follow this one. Next one that I've read is also a reread one. It's Always and Forever, Lara Jean from Jenny Han. So this is the 3rd book of the To All the Boy I've Loved Before trilogy. This one, I think I read it for the 3rd time. It's a favourite of mine. I read the 1 and 2 books while I was still beginning my new work actually, so I read them along the way, and they're, I don't know how to describe these books, but those books, they are so nice, so comforting. Lara Jean is so much like me, it's crazy. Like, I think if I lived in the USA and if I had a life there, that would be exactly the life that I would have had, and I wish I could have had like her romance and everything. But if you don't know, there is also an adaptation on Netflix about those 3 books, and they're really well done. At first I wasn't really much into the movies, but right now they became sort of comfort movies to watch as well when I'm feeling a bit down. So if you want something lovely to cheer you up and also take your mind off of things, this one is definitely a good one to start with. And last but not least is Anne of Green Gables. So this one is kind of a classic. I wanted to read this one from L.M. Montgomery for so long, but I never took the time to actually read the whole thing. I started it and then I stopped. But this time I stick to it, and it was really long because I think I started it like last November, I think, and I finished it like just at the end of the summer. So Anne actually made my winter, spring and summer a lot more brighter, and she is really sweet. She sees the world with her own eyes, and she's a kindred spirit, like she says, and in that regard I think she has a way of telling how the world is, and a way of pursuing things that is really special, and I really loved the book. But I think I have a tiny bit preference for the show. I actually fell in love with the TV show that Netflix put it up for this book, and I know there is a lot of books that follows Anne of Green Gables, but I don't know if I like the style enough to go and buy the next part, because it's really kind of old-fashioned written, and also a bit more dramatic in the book than it is in the show. And I adored the show so much. I'm so sad that they're not putting a season 4 to it, but it's okay. Maybe if I want to know what happened to Hen, then I will read the next ones. But for now, I feel really happy to have finally finished it and not stop in the middle and give it a go, because it was quite interesting to read, and it's a classic, so I really wanted to give it a try. So that's it. That's gonna be the end of the video. I hope you liked it. I have no idea how this one is gonna turn out, because it's my first one in front of the camera and I was kind of stressed out, but we'll see how it goes. Bye!